Guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm serious. Okay, look, I like having fun. I like having a good time, but I can't, like, I don't know what's happened in the last week, but I feel like maybe it's the delays. I don't know, but like, I feel like I'm starting to like have to say, like, stop talking like 4 million times.
Yeah.
I'll give you some time at the end if I can get through this stuff, but every time I have to stop and restart, it gets all like wacky. Y'all with me on this? Stick with me. Then we'll chill at the end and we'll sing some Back in Black. Okay. So where we're at is today is, by the way, Charles Darwin Day. Remember, this is the guy, along with Alfred Wallace, talked about how natural selection gives us creatures that maybe didn't exist before. Okay, we'll talk about this later, but it's all about the DNA. These guys didn't know it. Okay, the DNA stuff didn't happen until like these guys started working on it. This guy said A's goes with T's, C's goes with G's. A stands for adenine. Say that. Adenine. Okay, thymine, cytosine, guanine. Those are those things. And I think all of you are doing a good job of knowing that if I've got one strand of DNA, it goes A, T, T, C, C, G. What's my other one?
T.
Okay, right. So these are my strands. If this is one strand and this is the other strand, if this is a 5 prime, then what's this one? 3 prime. If this is a 5 prime, then what's this one? 3 prime, and then this one's got to be 5. We know that things grow 5 to 3, and we know that there are these like little keys that aren't keys. They're just very specific. They'll split up the DNA. What are those called? Enzymes. Those enzymes are really important. We didn't know about the structure though until this lady took a picture. What's her name? Rosalind Franklin. She worked with this guy and Morris Wilkinson. Unfortunately, he showed the picture to this guy. Yeah, James Watson, and he went back and told his buddy. Yeah, and they said, look, it's a double helix, right? Okay. So remember, my ultimate question here was, we've got this cell, and all of a sudden now we've got a fly. We know that there's a cell cycle, that there's just this little section here that is mitosis, but most of it is what phase? Interphase. And this DNA is dividing thanks to and replicating. It's making copies of itself in this interface, right? So what we've got is a structure that looks like this. It's twisted to double helix. We know that there's a phosphate, a sugar, and this nitrogenous base, which could be a G or a C or a T or an A. Okay. You guys cut those out and they look like this, one side. Okay. But we know that the other side is flipped. So we say that's anti-parallel. Okay. Now, what we've got now is this next step. We know that there's DNA. We learned yesterday that each one of you have 46 chromosomes. Okay, that if you're a male, you're XY, female XX. Okay, we know we can have extra X's. Okay, that can be like a Klinefelters. We can have one less X. That's Turner syndrome, or we could have an extra 21. That's Down syndrome. Okay, what I'd like for you now is to go ahead and open up your Chromebooks and go to explorelearning.com and go to the class. Okay, and this is the class. Okay, so go to explorelearning.com and click on mouse genetics. Don't do anything yet. Okay, we'll talk about this. Everybody's gonna get their own little mice.
Nice. We can name it.
Sure.
Mine's Boris.
Brad is, no, I'm gonna name it Brad. But it's a mice. But I like the name Brad. Hey, Brad.
Shut up.
Okay.
Mouse genetics. Are you still eating chocolate?
I said it wasn't. This morning you said it wasn't your cheat day.
I had 2 cheat days in a row, so I'm really.
So then why didn't you tell me you were on the cookie? No.
What?
Why didn't you take the cookie then?
I gave you the gummy.
Only
if I told you. Oh, I see.
Please give me one.
What do you mean? You take it? Yeah, I don't like that. That's what you get.
Chloe, you got your second tube? Chloe, you got your second tube out there?
What's his name?
Oh, I named it. Chocolate milk.
Is it a boy or girl? I know.
Girl,
There's
Ryan.
nothing there. Well, I didn't want to look. That's kind of not.
I think.
I see a look. You look. You're looking right at me. Two legs, two cheeks.
I think it is.
Okay, listen. Oh, sorry, Ash. Okay, now I'm gonna shut up. All right, now listen. We're gonna, okay, here's what I want to do. Okay, and those of you who need a mail, I'll get you a mail here in a second.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's bring some mice.
Oh,
With the monkey on.
All right, now, again, okay, I hope you are all getting kind of the big picture. Okay, but here's what I want us to do. I want us to like look at kind of like inheritance. Okay, we got these flies and all of you in here either have red-eyed flies, you start with red-eyed flies, or you start with white-eyed flies. Here's what I need you to do. Okay, do this with me. Notice these mice say pure mice. So click over here and go to parent 1 and then go over here to parent 2. So you go black and black. And I just grab those from the pure mice. Okay? Okay.
Black and black.
Black and black. Don't do anything there. This is where the whole back is black.
Ours are.
And this is a female. Wait, why is everyone like?
You got it.
Oh, they're like, oh, they're doing no, it didn't. That is not like the dance on it.
Yeah, get it to it.
Oh.
Okay. Are you okay? Good. Okay. Shh. Now stick with me here. Okay. Here's the cool thing about this, and I really like this look. So I got a black and a black. So here's my favorite button, breed. So I breed these. Okay. So basically, everybody do this, and if you look, I got all black. Okay. Now here's where it's going to get weird. Okay. I want you to take one of these mice, and I want you to put it in this holding cage on here, and then I want you to put the other one down here in the holding cage, and then click clear. Okay. Now you should have 2 black mice at the bottom. Does everybody have 2 black mice?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. Okay. Go back, and then sometimes you have to just hit refresh.
Mine's cooler than yours. So black is the. Black's the dominant. Black is dominant.
All right.
Isaac and Sports.
Okay. Now listen. Okay. Shh. Now watch. This is gonna get weird. Okay, but we're gonna breed the kids. Okay, so go up here and go. This kid right here is the next parent. This kid is the next parent. So I'm taking 2 of these kids and I'm breeding them. Okay. Now watch this. I'm gonna breed those kids and boom, they're all black. Okay, now watch. Okay, I need you to do this. Take those kids and come down here like this and like this, and then clear this. So these are the grandkids, right? So now we're gonna breed the grandkids. These are the kids of the kids. So go up here to parent, up here to parent. Now watch.
Whoa!
I'm gonna click it again, and I'm gonna click breed, and I got all black. Now this is where it's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna take these kids and kids. So these are the great grandkids. Okay. I want to get to the point where it's gonna get so weird that you're gonna see like mice with like extra heads and extra feet and extra tails, because we keep breeding the kids of the kids of the kids, right? So what happens next? I'm very excited. Here we go. Boom, boom, get ready. Here it comes. This is great grandkids. They're all black. Okay, now, if I kept doing this again and again, what do you think I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get black, right? And where's that all come from? It all comes from The Godfathers of Rock. That's AC/DC. If you don't know it, here it is.
Woo! No.
Who's thinking? Come on, everybody. Here we go. You know it. Hey, 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 hey. All right, now let's do this. Now let's breathe. Let's go back to this. Clear it. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna bring some males over here to some people who need some males. I want to see if it's just a black thing. Maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just you guys. Go here. Let's go here. We go white. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. Breathe the whites. Okay, and then put two kids down here. Okay, then breathe the kids. Do the same thing. Breathe the kids of the kids of the kids of the kids. Okay, let's see if we get any weird ones.
He's just gonna it's gonna go on forever. What? Yo, Mr. Bird, that's so weird.
What happened?
Okay, so I read.
Don't tell me what you did. Did you do the what? You did something else? Oh, that's a male
I
crap.
got a white rat.
Yeah.
I got a right.
It's no white. This is lame.
Dang it.
Yo, I just created a red-headed mice.
Okay, Gracie, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a white male, and let's just cross our fingers that you get a red female
Black and white.
this weekend.
Yo. Olivia and Spaniel. So you get to go.
Okay,
I'm gonna
now.
do it.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna do it.
If I go ahead.
I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna give you a look. Oh, what?
I know why
Riley,
too.
okay, save the last two children. Isabel, breed. You can clear them. She got a white. Now breed those two.
Okay, I know what to do. I had a
Why
white.
are they black? I didn't
That's
ask
great.
for a
Hold
black.
up, hold up. Guys, why are we trying
Yo,
That does not make sense.
No, it does not.
Okay, now listen, here's the deal.
I got more
Okay.
in this time, right?
Okay, now we're gonna talk about this. Crap, I got no red-eyed males. Okay, now, you should have gotten all white, right?
Yeah.
Yo. I got one black.
Okay, now listen.
I got a white. Yeah.
Okay, now, somebody earlier said this, and it doesn't matter how many I get. Now listen, go back to your seats, go back to your seats. Okay, listen. Here's the deal. When you look at this stuff, okay, this is a single trait. Notice up here it says mouse genetics one trait. I could go on and on. I'm always going to get white. In fact, this is a great example to show you what's happening in your first tube. Your first tube, folks, all of your first tubes are purebred. Okay, that means that it doesn't matter how many times you breed that first tube, you're going to get red-eyed flies or white-eyed flies. Okay, they're purebred. In fact, I have been keeping these flies alive. I'll come in the summertime, and they're all from a stock that I bought like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't even remember it. Okay, so that's the nice thing about flies. You can just keep them going, keep them going. Okay, so your first tube will always be purebred red eyes or purebred white eyes. My dog that we just recently got is we think it's a Chow Collie lab mix. We don't know for sure. We just know that that's what it looks like on when we search stuff up on the interwebs. Okay, that's a mixture. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to clear this, and I want you to take a black mouse and a white mouse. Okay, all right, and then I want you to breed them, and look what happens. Okay, all black. Now, here's the thing. Okay, if you look at this, you're like, okay, if I take these two, then I'm going to get all black again. That's not what's going to happen. You'll see why in a second. Okay. Right. Okay, so somebody, Isaac, mentioned something about the black color here.
Yes.
That is what? That is a dominant trait. That means, okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to click where it says show genotype. Okay, so click this little box that says show genotype. And what I want you to do is I want you to hover over each one of these mouse. You see black is big F, big F. That's the dominant trait. Okay, why two Fs? You have these genes or alleles that you got from your parents, one from mom and one from dad. Okay, so that black parent got a big F from his mom and a big F from his dad. The white, notice, is little f, little f. That is a recessive trait. They got one from mom and one from dad, but it's little and little. So no matter how many times you breed the black and black, if it's purebred, it's always going to be black. No matter how many times you breed the white, it's always going to be white. But now look at the genotype of the offspring. It's big F, little f. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this little guy and this little guy, it doesn't matter which one, clear them. So two kids. So now before, remember, we had black and black. Okay, when we have black and black together, each time, what happened? We got black. Now click breed and look what happens. Okay, now you may not have gotten the same thing I got, right? Okay, I got four blacks and one white. What'd you get?
One white.
One white, four black. Did anybody else
I
get?
got 3 white.
All black?
I got 3 white, 2 black.
Three white, two black. Okay. Why?
Yeah.
What in the world? Why are we all getting different results? Shouldn't we have all gotten the same thing?
No.
All right. So when I had babies, okay, not me, but my wife, right? So when we had, thanks. When we had our first kid, I thought Ira was a girl, not because like there was like anything logical. I just felt it. I was like, I know I'm having a little girl and she's gonna be a little, yeah, my dog, it'd be so cute. And then we went to the doctor and we got the ultrasound and there was something in between his legs. And I was like, that's not a girl, okay? And I actually called it before. I was like, penis, and they were like, oh, hey. So it was
That sounds like you. That
Right.
sounds like your word.
what was the chance of getting a boy that first time? 50%, right? So I thought to myself, like, okay, we wanted to have another kid, and so I thought for sure we'd have a girl, right? So one boy, one girl, right? We had another boy. Okay. Could it technically be that I would have a boy every single time I had a kid?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. What's that, dude? What was your,
That's Melanie's dad.
who's Melanie dad? What's that? Oh man. Oh yeah. I have a friend that's got like, they wanted a girl. They kept trying. They finally gave up after 7. They had like 7. That was it. They're like, that's it. Right. So it's a possibility, right? Yes. It did not come on. Are you white eyes? White-eyed man? White-eyed man?
Start your own basket.
Okay. What's that? Keep it at your desk because I don't want to get confused. I'll give you a new one second. Okay, listen. Shh. Okay, guys. Shh. Thank you. Okay, now look at this. When I click over the genotype, look what I've got. Big F, little f, big F, little f. And notice here, I've got a big F, little f, a little f, little f, a big F, little f, a big F, little f, and a big F, little f. Okay, so let's talk about how that's a possibility. Yes.
I have little up to this.
What color is it?
White.
Okay, good. That's a very good thing because if it was little f, and it was black, we'd have some issues. White always has to be little f, because that's the recessive trait. Okay, now stick with me here, folks. I'm going to do something that I know that you've all seen before. Okay, and let me real quickly. They'll put some white eyes in the freezer.
Wait.
Me too.
So maybe Calvin was right. one time we got in an argument. Communist
What?
didn't talk. No, but it was like
Everyone's gotten in
two
arguments.
white parents
Yo.
adopt a kid.
Okay, now,
You know.
let's take a look at this, folks. Give me like 4 more minutes and then we'll be good. And then I need to give some flies to people. But look, listen. Shh, shh, shh. Just stay in your seats, okay? At like 3:13, then you can line up at the door, okay? Okay, can we all chill? Okay, is that good? Give me 5 minutes here to finish up. I'll give you your flies, those of you that need some mails,
That sounds like a good
okay? And then we'll be good. Okay, now listen. Okay, so when we look at this, we're gonna ultimately try to figure out, our goal is how is eye color inherited in these flies? If I have a red-eyed fly and I breed it with a white-eyed fly, what am I gonna get? Now, and is the female important in any of this? Okay, does it matter if it's a red-eyed female or a white-eyed female?
No.
Yes, the female is important because you have to have a baby, but what about the eye color of the female? You guys have all seen this before, okay? And this is what's called a Punnett square. Punnett,
Yes,
by the
I
way,
did that in math.
is with a Punnett square is with the big P, and the reason they call it a Punnett square is because it was named after Reginald Punnett. Okay, right? All right. So in our case, we bred a black, guys, a black fly with a white fly. Here's the, or sorry, mouse, big F, little f. Okay, and this was little f, little f. Which is on top, the white or the black?
Right.
The white, okay, because that is recessive. This is the recessive. This is the dominant. So dominant, recessive. Okay, this is black. This is black fur because it's got the big F. Okay, this is white fur because there's no big F. So here's what we get. I take this one and this one and I put it here. Okay, I take this one and this one and I put it here. Okay, I take this one and this one and I put it here. Okay, and I take this one and this one and I put it here. Okay. Okay, someone said, I think I know what Sammy's gonna say. This is not what we did, right? Okay, what were you gonna say, Sammy? Thank you very much,
Yeah.
right? Good observation. The first one, because in this case, look what happened. I got 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see if we match up to that here in a second. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Okay, so we'll redo this. Okay, thanks for the catch there. Here's what we did, right?
Where everybody said.
We took a black mouse, okay, with a black mouse, and we had black fur, black fur, black fur, white fur, okay? Okay, shh, guys, shh. Okay, notice black is 75%, okay, because that's big F, or big F, little f. Little f is 25%. Okay, so is it possible, okay, to get all black each time? Some of you said I got all black. Yes, just like it's possible to have all boys or all girls. This is just my options. Okay, so I want to end our little mouse discussion with this. Go back to your mice. Okay, and here's what I want you to do. Let's see if we can get the results before. Take one of these white guys and pull it down.
Whoa.
Okay, now let's take one of these black ones, okay, and pull it down and clear everything. So now I've got a black one with a big F, little f, and I've got a white one with little f, little f.
Doesn't matter where you put it.
Doesn't matter where you put them. Nope. And then click breed and look what we got. 50-50. Yes. Okay, you want to do a big F, little f. on this.
I got 35. I got 75.
So that
Okay.
gives us all black,
That's interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna see because this is the first time doing this.
I don't know how. Now you like to admit that.
No.
Oh,
You know what?
oh yeah. Oh no, I got. Okay, I got.
Oh, you got black. No, my shit.
Okay, now listen. Listen. Okay, I didn't get 50-50. I got 3 black and 2 white, right? Okay, but still, okay, notice what's happening here. I got an extra white one, okay, because these are just the odds. Here's the statistics. A total of 5, 3-2, okay, 60-40, whereas before it was more closer to 75, 25. All right, okay. So remember, the question of why we're doing this experiment is, what's the inheritance of our fruit flies? Okay. Our skin color is way different. It's not like this at all. It's not dominant or recessive. It's like a mixture. Like if we had truly random breeding, like truly like globally, we'd all be brown.
We'd all be what?
Brown.
That's so mean. So when you breed, you have to buy. Don't worry, it's a black kid, right? But one of the crazy ones, you keep breeding on the black ones. So one time breeding with the white, white got kid. And they keep getting black kids. This is big ass little. You keep getting, going to black. So like 14 grandkids later, you just made them like two black. There's two black.
Okay, who else? Does anybody else need a male? Just you. I got you here in a second. Nobody else needs a red-eyed male? Okay, good. Okay, again, we could chill. Just stay in your seats until 3:13. It's 3:08. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Suppose, just going off of suppose, right? Suppose someone's mother had a bear and a relationship, and whoa. You gotta think. So she has, well, I
So
worked
when
with
you're
her
running. Oh.
Listen together and take one next to
No, that would be amazing.
Oh my God.
You landed it. Those are
We're on
some really
TikTok
bad-
now.
Oh, yeah, I stole that phone. That was exciting. That girl, I swear to God.
She's crazy.
She's a one of a kind, isn't she? Okay, hey. What are you doing?
I am expecting, you said, these
Yeah, did you
ladies
see
are
that?
like a secret
Don't
pocket.
act like it.
Hey,
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
No. Okay, and you said you learned something every day.
You know what that was wrong? Exactly. No, you gotta,
I can't get it out.
you gotta do it like, you gotta do it like close. Think about it.
Powdered peanut